Biscuits and tea.
But still,
Yeah.
I mean, flying through the air.
Oh yeah, it's like every Tom Cruise action movie where he's like flying
Mission
through
Impossible.
the air and he's like like that's what it's like when you're diving.
He's crazy. The dude is crazy. I love him though. If
Yeah.
you don't like a good Tom Cruise, like that dude, you understand he does all his stunts. He's diving across buildings. If you do not respect Tom Cruise, you just leave that Scientology by the side for a second. You just leave that alone and let this fucking guy jump across a building and break his ankle for Mission Impossible 4. And he's nearing 60 and just like take a good look at yourself where you're eating your McDonald's today and just fucking, oh yeah, Tom Cruise, he's crazy.
Well,
okay.
Well, he knows Korthlop's gonna heal him, so he doesn't have to worry about it any of his injuries.
I think it's
Korthlop,
funny. Sorry, go ahead.
I just assume it's one of their little.
Okay. What were you gonna say, B?
I was just saying, I think it's hilarious, when I hear Christians and Catholics and whatever, saying, "Oh, yeah, he's crazy. He believes in Scientology." I don't know. I pretty much believe in most of the stuff he does. It, more so than some of the things you believe in. So,
right.
I would argue that a religion started in the '60s would have a lot more red flags.
Why?
Than something
Why?
started.
I don't know
Why though? Why?
Because a Scientology writer Roy Hubbard, literally was a science fiction writer. When science fiction comes up with your religion in the '60s, that's a lot different than something that started 2,000, 3,000. I don't know how long. 2,000 years ago.
Because even
there
longer.
are folktales, but you could literally go watch surveillance videos of Roy Hubbard stubbing his toe in a grocery store. That's your profit.
I'm playing devil's advocate only to the point of saying, obviously, yes, L. Ron Hubbard was clearly a science fiction writer. He's a little crazy. He's all sorts of other things about him. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the time frame, 60s. Let's imagine there is truth, right? There's a truth to be known about the universe, to be understood about the nature of who we are, why we're here, etc. There's no reason to believe that anybody could come upon truth in the 60s any less so than they could come upon it in 2,000 years ago or 1,000 years ago. So the timing of the thing doesn't matter. I'm not against a prophet, a guy who even now today you're cynical to it because you're alive today, and that's fucking ridiculous. The idea that you can be around to see it because it just doesn't statistically seem possible. So it's more likely. Yeah, that it would have to have happened before. So we give the Bible a pass. We give all those things. We give them a little.
I wasn't there.
Nice
So
little
how
soft
can I
pass.
say? How can I say?
I don't know. We just got to take their word for it.
Could have took the water and turned it into wine. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe there was a guy that did that back then. I don't see anybody doing it now, but that's possible. That's you can take that mentality.
That's exactly my point. On what I was saying is just there's no extra validity in your religion over Scientology from my perspective. From an outside perspective, being an atheist, I just don't see any validity in any of it. So
validity, is it being true or is
there's just
its existence?
There's just no facts or hard things that we can be okay. That's correct. This is the one that's correct, and all the other ones are wrong. That's just not.
I think you're agnostic, B. I wonder if you're actually truly atheist because you haven't stopped searching. I think you still question things.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I mean,
I think unless you're 100% certain that there's no God.
Oh no, I don't. I have no idea.
So I think you're agnostic.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think most atheists are agnostic. I would say I'm agnostic, leaning towards atheist.
That could be.
I would assume that's what most, because it's hard to you can't really just say, oh, there's.
That's the great thing about just being human is we don't know the answers to everything. There's no way to say yes or no to nothing's black and white. We don't even understand. Everything's based on time and all these constraints that we've made. But think about fucking space.
Zebras are black and white.
Yeah. What the question becomes, what do we know?